If I told you you could buy something, wear it for 5 years, and get all your money back, you wouldn't believe me, would you? Hi, guys, and welcome back to this special episode with myself and Daisy. She's lovely, isn't she? Daisy is about 7 years old. She's a Yorkie. She is. She doesn't look it because she's just had a little trim. I trying to do a video talking about Rolex watches, and Daisy wants to get involved. So I said, Daisy, come on, Cam. And Daisy. So, do you have anything to say? Oscar? You okay, Oscar? He's Daddy's boy. Oscar's not interested, is he? Let's just show you what Oscar's doing. Oscar, look. Oscar? Oscar, what are you doing? What are you doing? If I told you could buy a luxury wristwatch, wear it for 5 years, and at the end of the 5 year period, just before the warranty runs out, sell that watch and get all your money back, you wouldn't believe me, would you? But it's the truth, guys. Recently, I heard about a YouTuber. She did a video, and in that video, she said why you shouldn't buy a Rolex Explorer. And I believe she was promoting a load of microbrands. I'm pretty sure within that promotion, she was pushing a brand above all others. And that's what they do, guys. These YouTubers are pushing all these microbrands, which are a total waste of your money. I believe she said, don't buy an Explorer because these boxes are much better. And they're not, guys. They might look nice, but they're basically worthless. Fool's gold, if you ask me. A Rolex is almost like liquid cash. Let me explain. COVID-19 kicked in, the world went to shit. I had a Rolex Coke and I reached out to a grey market dealer. I didn't know about grey market dealers. He said he was a trader and he gave me £7,100 for my Coke. I know it then went massively high and it's suddenly getting back down to those figures now, guys. But at the time, I got fair market value for the watch. My dogs keep interrupting me. Daisy is now on the floor. Oscar is showing his bum to the camera, and I'm going to have to start this whole cut again. The reason for this video, very simple. I want to protect you guys from wasting your hard-earned money. In the United Kingdom, you can walk in to any Rolex AD and pick up an Explorer 40, an Explorer 36, an Explorer 2, Polar, and Black Dial, any smooth bezel, they just even an Air King. And that shouldn't be right, guys. You should still have a tiny bit of weight for these watches, because these watches are like liquid money on your wrist. I guarantee you, if you bought a Rolex today and you wore it on your wrist every day for 4.5 years, and you then decided I would like a different Rolex, you could take that wristwatch into any grey market dealer and he will give you all of your money back. He will. To enjoy the Rolex and get all your money back. There are YouTubers vlogging terrible watches to people on YouTube. They're hiding them behind BS stories. Recently, Brett Pierce told everybody not to buy an Explorer, buy all these garbage watches instead. And it infuriated me. It really did. And I'm going to explain why it infuriated me. An Explorer is much better than any of the watches that she was promoting. And I guarantee you, within the watches she was promoting, a company had given her one of them watches for free on the basis that she discussed that watch on her channel. And if that watch is within the first 4 to 5 minutes, she's getting paid. So these YouTubers are just not being honest. they're not even being honest with themselves anymore. That's why my channel exists. I'm going to give you some figures and numbers that's going to blow you away, but they're all the truth, guys. And let's not do the flash watches. Let's not do the back girls, which are worth loads of money the minute you buy them. Let's do the watch she's telling you not to buy. This watch that I'm going to tell you is like buying liquid gold on your wrist. You could wear the watch I'm going to tell you to buy for 4.5 years straight. You can take it into any grey market dealer and you can get all your money back. I guarantee it. This is not just flim flam. Listen to these calculations, these percentages that I've taken the time to work out for you. The current MSRP of an Explorer 40 is a whopping £6,750. I had to double check it. I thought, geez, that's a lot of money for an Explorer 40. Surely it was just under 6.5 a couple of months ago. And it was, guys. It was just under 6,500 just before Christmas. Rolex is now doing 2 price increases a year, year in, year out. And most of the watches are going up by 4%. That means over a year, the Explorer will go up by 8% year in, year out. If we're conservative and we average it out to 6% a year, that means the next price increase for an Explorer 40 will be a whopping £405. So in 2026, the watch will be £7,155. It will be. In 2027, the watch will be £7,584. In 2028, the watch will be £8,040. And in 2029, the watch will be £8,520. It will, guys. That means the watch over a 4-year period has gone up by £2,000. Crazy, guys. Absolutely crazy. Crazy good. And that's just a basic Rolex. If that watch was kept for the 5 years, the MSRP of that watch is going to be £9,032. That watch has gone up by £2,282 over the 5 years you've owned the watch, which is a growth value to purchase of 25%. There is no ISA currently in the UK that pays that kind of money, but we're not buying these as investments. How I'm trying to explain it to you is if you buy this watch as an asset and you enjoy it for 5 years, you can get all your money back. Simple as that. And this is a basic watch. This is a watch you can go and buy now, no hassle. If you're struggling to buy this watch in the United Kingdom, if you reach out to me on Instagram, I will hook you up. There is not a problem with you buying microbrands. You may as well take that money and throw it out the window. If you buy £1,000 microbrand today, even with discount, you don't like it after a month, you'll lose half the money moving it on. Probably even more than half. I owned a Squally, it cost £900. I ended up selling it on consignment with a grey market dealer, and the only way I could get rid of it was telling that grey market dealer, just give me half of what you get for the watch. I also had a Devosa, same thing, £900 Devosa. I said to the same grey market dealer, just get this sold for me and we'll split the money 50-50. Again, I got about £250 for that watch. Let's call this moon swatch behind me a microbrand. That is a dead loss. I could probably struggle to even give that watch away now, and definitely in 5 years that watch will be absolutely worthless. I knew buying that watch that I was throwing the money away. As part of my channel, I was going to purchase another watch from a microbrand, knowing what I was getting into. The watch was MSRP £1,050. They offered me a discount, a 15% discount on the watch, which to me is odd because it's a micro brand. When I can get a Panerai at 25% off, I can get 25% off a Tudor. But no, this micro brand seems to value its product so much that it would not budge on a 15% discount. That means if I bought the watch, I would have had to pay £900 for the watch, and if I didn't like the watch, I would lose £450 moving it on if I was lucky, and that would be a 50% dead loss. Within 5 years, the watch would be worthless. It would, because it's not a Rolex. Because I create content, I was willing to take a hit, but I wasn't willing to take that much of a hit. If that company had given me 30% off the watch and say I had bought it for £735, knowing that it was really only worth £450 after fees, before fees, who knows, but I'm pretty sure I could get £450 back. I still knew I would lose £285 just to show you a watch on my channel that is not as good as a Rolex. And again, in 5 years' time, the watch will be worthless. The point of this video is stop listening to these YouTubers who have an ulterior motive. Every time these guys are talking about microbrands, they're getting paid. They're not being honest with you. They are trying to get you to literally throw your money away on garbage. If I can have helped one person in this video to think, you know what, I'll stretch myself, I will go and buy a Rolex Explorer 40 because according to Brenny, 5 years time, I can get my money back. And that is a fact, and you can take that to the bank. Thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll catch you on the next Brenny video.